Hey everyone, you know the guy who occasionally plays a superhero when he's not busy being a Canadian icon? But enough about my incredibly charming self, we're talking about Canada today. Kelvin here wanted me to lend my velvety voice to showcase the top 5 must-visit destinations in this glorious moose-laden land. And trust me, you don't want to miss these. We're talking breathtaking views, natural wonders that'll make your jaw drop, and enough maple syrup to satisfy even the most intense Canadian craving. So buckle up, grab a double-double, and get ready for a wild ride through the Great White North. Alright, let's kick things off with a bang, or should I say, a Banff. Picture this: towering snow-capped mountains, turquoise glacial lakes that could make a mermaid jealous, and more pine trees than you can shake a hockey stick at. Banff National Park is basically Mother Nature showing off, and let me tell you, she's got it going on. We're talking hiking trails that'll take your breath away, literally if you're not careful. Hot springs to soak your weary muscles after all that adventuring, and wildlife encounters that'll make you believe in magic again. I mean, where else can you see a grizzly bear scratching its back on a tree while a majestic elk gracefully grazes nearby? It's like a Disney movie, but with less singing and more bear spray. Speaking of bears, make sure you pack your common sense and keep a safe distance. Those guys may look cuddly, but they're not afraid to throw hands, or claws, as the case may be. Now for the adrenaline junkies out there, Banff's got you covered. We're talking skiing down slopes so pristine you'll swear you're gliding on clouds, whitewater rafting through rapids that'll leave you breathless, in a good way I hope, and rock climbing that'll test your limits, and reward you with views that'll make your Instagram followers weep with envy. But Banff's not just about the thrills, it's also about finding your zen. Take a gondola ride up to the top of Sulphur Mountain for panoramic views that'll make you forget all your earthly troubles, or lose yourself in the tranquility of Lake Louise, where the water's so blue, it'll make you question if you've somehow stumbled into a fairy tale. Just try not to fall in while you're busy snapping selfies, alright? We've lost enough tourists to those mesmerizing waters. So yeah, Banff National Park, it's like a Canadian version of Narnia, but with less talking animals and more opportunities to impress your Tinder date. Next up, we're heading to a place that needs no introduction, but I'm going to give it one anyway because, well, that's my job. Niagara Falls, folks. The sheer power and majesty of this natural wonder will leave you speechless, or at least make you yell, "Holy crap, that's a lot of water." We're talking millions of gallons of water cascading over a cliff every second, creating a roar that'll shake you to your core and a mist that'll soak you to the bone. But hey, who needs a shower when you've got Niagara Falls, right? Now you can experience the falls in a bunch of different ways. There's the classic Maid of the Mist boat tour, which will take you right into the heart of the action, where you'll be surrounded by roaring water and rainbows. Just try not to swallow any fish while you're gaping at the view. If you're feeling adventurous, you can also try ziplining across the falls, because why not? Or you can take a more leisurely approach and stroll along the Niagara Parkway, stopping to admire the view from different vantage points. But let's be real, the best way to experience Niagara Falls is at night, when they light it up with a kaleidoscope of colors. It's like a giant watery disco party and everyone's invited. And hey, while you're in the area, why not check out the charming town of Niagara-on-the-Lake? It's got cute shops, delicious restaurants, and enough wineries to make you forget all your troubles. At least temporarily. Just remember to pace yourself because you don't want to end up like that one time. Well, let's just say it involved a lot of wine and a karaoke rendition of "My Heart Will Go On" that still haunts my dreams. Alright, let's switch gears and head west to Vancouver, a city so cool, it's practically wearing sunglasses. Nestled between the Pacific Ocean and towering mountains, Vancouver is like a supermodel who can also rock climb. This city's got it all: stunning natural beauty, a vibrant arts and culture scene, and enough hipster coffee shops to fuel your Instagram feed for months. Start your day with a stroll through Stanley Park, a sprawling urban oasis where you can wander through lush rainforests, bike along the seawall, and maybe even catch a glimpse of a whale or two. And speaking of whales, if you're visiting between March and October, be sure to book a whale watching tour. Seeing these gentle giants up close and personal is an experience you won't soon forget. Afterward, head to Granville Market for a sensory overload of delicious food, unique crafts, and street performers who will make you question everything you thought you knew about juggling. And if you're a foodie, you're in luck. Vancouver's culinary scene is off the hook, with everything from fresh-off-the-boat sushi to award-winning farm-to-table cuisine. Just be sure to save room for dessert, because the Nanaimo bars here are legendary. And hey, if you're feeling adventurous, why not rent a kayak or paddleboard and explore the city from the water? Just try not to fall in, because the water here is, shall we say, refreshing. But Vancouver's not just about outdoor adventures and foodie delights. It's also a city with a rich history and culture. Check out Gastown, the city's oldest neighborhood, with its cobblestone streets, Victorian architecture, and steam clock that'll transport you back in time. Or visit the Museum of Anthropology at UBC to learn about the fascinating indigenous cultures of the Pacific Northwest. And if you're looking for some nightlife, Vancouver's got you covered. From trendy cocktail bars to live music venues, there's something for everyone. Just try not to stay out too late, because you'll want to be well rested for your next adventure. Bonjour, mes amis. Let's hop on over to Quebec City, the only walled city in North America and a place where you can practically taste the history. Walking through the cobblestone streets of Old Quebec is like stepping back in time, except with better pastries. Seriously, the pastries here are next level. But before we get lost in a sugar-induced coma, let's talk about all the amazing things you can see and do in this charming city. Start by exploring the iconic Chateau Frontenac, a grand hotel that looks like it belongs in a fairy tale. You can take a tour, have afternoon tea, or just admire it from afar while you indulge in a croissant or 3. Next, wander through the Quartier Petit Champlain, a pedestrian-only neighborhood filled with quaint boutiques, art galleries, and restaurants serving up delicious French cuisine. And if you're feeling brave, try your hand at ordering in French. The locals will appreciate the effort, even if your accent is terrible. Now, for a dose of history, head to the Plains of Abraham, where the British defeated the French in a pivotal battle that shaped the future of Canada. Don't worry, the battlefield is now a peaceful park where you can relax, enjoy the views, and maybe have a picnic lunch. Just try not to get any crumbs on the cannons. And speaking of history, did you know that Quebec City is home to the oldest brewery in North America? That's right, La Brasserie Québécoise has been brewing up delicious beers since 1648. So grab a pint, raise a glass to history, and try not to spill any on your beret. But Quebec City isn't just about the past. It's also a vibrant modern city with a thriving arts and culture scene. Check out the Musée National des Beaux-Arts du Québec for a world-class collection of art, or catch a show at the Grand Théâtre de Québec. And if you're visiting in the winter, don't miss the Carnaval de Québec, a 2-week celebration of all things winter, complete with ice sculptures, snow slides, and enough maple taffy to satisfy even the sweetest tooth. So there you have it, Quebec City, a city that's both historic and hip, charming and chic, and always up for a good time. Just remember to pack your appetite, your sense of adventure, and maybe a phrase book or two. Last but not least, we're heading east to Prince Edward Island, or PEI for those in the know. This little island may be small, but it's big on charm, natural beauty, and enough lobster to make your heart sing. Now I know what you're thinking. PEI? Isn't that where Anne of Green Gables is from? And you're right, it is. But PEI is so much more than just a literary landmark. For starters, the beaches here are legendary. We're talking miles of pristine white sand, crystal clear water, and sand dunes that'll make you feel like you're in the Caribbean, except with slightly colder water. And speaking of water, PEI is surrounded by it, which means there's no shortage of opportunities for water sports. Go kayaking, paddleboarding, surfing, or just grab a floaty and soak up the sun. But PEI isn't just about the beaches. The island is also home to rolling hills, lush forests, and charming towns that'll make you want to pack your bags and move in. And if you're a foodie, you're in for a treat. PEI is known for its fresh seafood, especially its lobster. Whether you like it steamed, grilled, or in a creamy bisque, you're guaranteed to find a lobster dish that'll rock your world. Now, no trip to PEI would be complete without a visit to Green Gables Heritage Place, the inspiration for Lucy Maud Montgomery's beloved novels. Take a tour of the house, wander through the haunted wood, and let your imagination run wild. And if you're feeling really adventurous, you can even dress up in period costume and pretend you're Anne Shirley for a day. Just try not to get any grass stains on your petticoat. But PEI is also a great place to just relax and unwind. Rent a bike and explore the Confederation Trail, a scenic path that stretches across the entire island. Or grab a picnic basket and find a secluded spot on the beach to watch the sunset. And if you're lucky, you might even catch a glimpse of the northern lights dancing across the sky. So there you have it, folks. Prince Edward Island, a place where you can reconnect with nature, indulge your inner child, and eat your weight in lobster. Just be sure to pack your camera, your appetite, and maybe a copy of Anne of Green Gables to get you in the mood. So there you have it, folks. Those are just a few of the incredible places you can explore in Canada. From the towering mountains of Banff to the charming streets of Quebec City, Canada has something to offer everyone. So pack your bags, grab your passport, and get ready for an adventure you'll never forget. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more travel tips and guides. See you next time.